Hey folks, welcome back to Bama Performance Men's Chainsaws. Back with host Nate Forster, and today I want to do a kind of a walkthrough of a saw we picked up last week. Kind of show you around it and a little bit of history on it. Forgive me on my history. The years may be off by like a year, but I know I'm close. I could look it up and fix it in the video later if need be. But what we're going to be talking about today is a Mcculloch 123cc variety, specifically the Mcculloch CP125. Picked this up the other week out of Oregon, I believe. Oregon or Washington, one of the other, or maybe California. I can't remember where the guy's from. So this is 123 cc's. It's a little older than the Super Pro 125, a couple years older. First there was 797 was the first iteration of the 123 cc Mac of this kind of top tank body style. Then you got the Super 797. Then you got the CP125, then you got the CP125S Super, then you got the Super Pro 125, and then Super 125C, and I think there's one or two others in there. But, so this one was made this is the first AV 123cc saws. This was made between 1969 and 1971. As far as compared to like the Super Pro 125, it's very similar. I mean, top tanks interchange, the air filter covers interchange, carbs. Basically, really, the main differences are, I believe the starter cover, if I remember right, is a little slimmer on these, where the Super Pros are a little bit wider, so they have a longer dog. The decompression system, this one has a lever. Put you down a little more. This one has a lever, pops out, that pulls your decomp out. When you put it in, so that's how it is handled on the CPs. It's a lever and a pin, where on the Super Pros you have your typical new style button. That'd be kind of in that same area. What else is different? The bottom mounting is different. This one mounts to the tank via the side here, where if y'all can see that side there, it's got a different front mount. Handlebars are the same, but your bottom brace is a one piece instead of a two piece with this little front mount. And then the Super Pro has a spot where it actually threads into the oil tank. At the bottom it's got a mount, and that's where it threads through, where this one bolts to the side. Another difference is this engine's more set up like the carts, the 101s, where the later Super Pros are kind of a one-off. So these use like the old style muffler. The exhaust port is more of a square versus the oval for the Super Pros. What else? These use a cart style 3-mount coil, where the Super Pros use a kind of more like a 10 series coil. The air filter is a little bit different. It actually has vents right here. Well, on the Super Pro it does not. What else? That's really most of the differences between this and a Super Pro, at least that I have found between mine and whatnot. This one does have a double jet carb with the little optional pop out piece where you can adjust it right here. I believe this to be all original. This is running a Walboro STC 20, which is the kind of sought after carb for these 123 cc's. They came on these, the CPs, and the early Super Pros. The later 125Cs typically came with a single jet. You could occasionally get these with a Tillotson, but this is a Mac made SDC or max stamped SDC. Yeah, that's about all the differences in that and a Super Pro. I mean, essentially the same saw. These, I guess, have a little bit torquier porting and not nearly as high revving as the Super Pros. Supposedly the Super Pros have more power. People say these pull a long bar better. Oh, last big difference is the reed block in these. Intake manifold / reed block. On the Super Pro it's a 2-pedal reed, or this is one single pedal, one big wide opening with a pedal like that, where the Super Pro is 2 openings like that. If that kind of makes sense. I know that really didn't after I thought about it, but if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, he seems to be in pretty decent shape. I believe this one used to be a US Forest Service saw because of the red paint right here, and on the bottom, as you can see down here, right here, they weren't able to get it off, but that's notorious of the US Forest Service. They're very, very notorious for doing that. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. She's pretty darn clean saw. That's why I picked it up. I thought it was very, very clean. Didn't see a whole lot of mismatched paint, which is a telltale sign on these, because Mcculloch did change up their paint a little bit through the years. I don't know if they have any fuel in here or not. Not really. It's kind of one of the telltale signs is if trying to get, you gotta get where it needs to be. There we go. Yeah, keep wanting to pop over here to the side. Trying to get down there and shorten up this fuel line they have in it just a touch. But overall, she's pretty darn clean. Do have to fix. I have a little bit of a leak here in the seam, but I gotta fix that. I have an idea what I want to do with that, but other than that, should be a runner. So we'll grab some gas real quick and double check. But she should run pretty good. I know y'all spy my P42 back there in the background. That's one you see is nasty and gummy. See how dusty my truck is. This truck gets put down dirt roads, gravel roads every single day for, I don't know, sometimes 20, 30 miles, 40 miles. So it's very dusty in the back most of the time unless it's raining. So saws that get put back here for daily use get pretty gummy. So let's see if we, try not to make a mess. We got a little bit on top, that's not too bad. Let that air dry for a second. We'll see if we can get her started on for us. Yeah, I just got the fuel filter submerged. Let that dry for a second. But yeah, overall, very, very clean saw in my opinion. Pull our decomp, choke us out. I like to go full throttle. Let's see if I can pull it over. I have to pull it over this way. Weeping somewhere. Oh, I see you. There's where our leak is. Right up in there. Alright. We can get that fixed. That ain't no big issue. Ain't no big issue. See, do we have any leak up front? maybe a touch. About this side, don't really see anything. Huh? Did I flutter out? Should know. Maybe she don't want to start for us today. That's interesting. Well, I guess she does not want to start for us. I have to see if we lost spark or what. No, these kill switches can be a little finicky. Let's see. All right, I'm pull it off right here. Nope. She is not won't start for us. Huh. Truly wonder if I lost spark. Because I know it did have spark. I did check that. Let's see. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we're definitely pulling fuel. I'll say that. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I wonder if our boot has gone bad. It's got an air leak. I wonder. But regardless, I might play around with it a little more, see if she's got spark. But there you go. We'll be running this along with our Super Pro 125 on the channel. Waiting to get the Super Pro block back, but it should be coming back pretty soon. So if y'all enjoyed what you saw, want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And hope y'all have a blessed day and know Jesus loves you. Thanks, y'all. Bye.